Hi there guys, welcome to issue number 18 unboxing. When this got announced in terms of content, I got a few messages saying that they thought the content was crap, that it wasn't a very exciting issue. Lots of people were going to cancel the issue that get them from the newsagents and that kind of thing. A lot of people that pick it up from places like WH Smith said they weren't going to bother with this one. I really like it for a few reasons. Now, it comes with a new map, which I love. I think it's great, really good, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. And it also gives us an insight as to what we're going to see over the next number of issues. So if you stay till the end, I'll actually be going through all of the content that's going to be the issues from, this is 18, so 19 to 23. So 19 and 20 is on the back of this. And then someone's been posting some issue number 21 on eBay, and obviously on the back of that it's got what issue 22 and 23 is going to be. So we'll come to that later, but let's have a look at the actual magazine itself. Actually no, so what have we got? We've got learn about the Silver Templars, so we're going to get some more content in terms of the lore and that kind of stuff. Add new paints to your models, got them, and the new playmat. So the new paints we've got are Mephisto on red and Rakarth Flesh, or Rakarth Flesh, I'm not sure what the right pronunciation is. So yeah, they're both base paints, awesome. So let's get into the issue itself. So we'll go through this quickly in the way that we usually do in this issue. Silver Templars, read all about Silver Templars, blah blah. Silver Templars organisation, so it's something for your chapters file that we're going to be putting this in. An in-depth look at bolt weapons, so learn about the most iconic weapon of the Space Marines. Talking about the Hellblasters, discover the devastating power of Hellblasters. So 40k battles, number 9, we've got the relief of Lycius. I think that is Lycius, it's Lycius or Lycius. The Ultramarines need your aid on Lycius. Will help arrive in time. Then we've got our painting guide for some base paint fine details. Now, obviously I've been through this before. I normally do an unboxing and react to it and that kind of stuff. Already been through this. This is the best paint guide we've had so far. It's because for all of them so far, it's been slap it in large quantities of one colour. We've done a little bit of putting the shade on there, and we've had a little bit of dry brushing and that kind of stuff. But this is the most in-depth one. Then we've got tutorial mission 17, Seas and Clear, which are actually two different missions. We've got Seas and Clear, and then we've got a data sheet for Mephitic Blight Hauler, and then it's not mentioned here, but on the back page before we turn onto the back cover, it's got some info on what comes next. So let's get into the actual content itself. Space Marine Silver Templars, created from the gene seed of the returned Primarch Reboot Guilliman, the Silver Templars are amongst the first of the Primaris chapters created in the Ultima founding. They are skilled duelists who possess a fierce determination to prove themselves in combat. So chapter name, Silver Templars, homeworld of Navaris. Their Primarch is Reboot Guilliman. The chapter master is Achilleos Zanaris. Specialisms are dueling and weapon mastery. Codex adherence, I don't know what that means, 100%. And their motto is focus and fury. So that's good. So here's a quote. We are the Silver Templars, the swords of Navaris. We are the calm at the eye of the storm and the lightning bolt that strikes amidst the tempest. That was said by Sergeant Ignatius. Right, okay. Let's have a look. So I won't give you any more information from that, but from chapter 3.1, this has got their chapter organisation. So it's got different colours for different companies, though, and that's what goes on the knee there. The Silver Templars chapter consists entirely of Primaris Space Marines. They follow a very similar organisational structure to their founding chapter, the Ultramarines. They revere their Primarch Reboot Guilliman, and take great pride in having fought at his side. In terms of battlefield roles, they've got Battle Line, Veterans, Command, Fire Support and Close Support. And then some information about their ranks and some different ways of kind of painting them for different ranks as well. Okay, now we've got Space Marine War Gear number 5. So this is all about bolt weapons. Space Marine chapters wield a wide range of weapons to combat any type of foe in any battlefield situation. Bolters are the most common type of weapon wielded by Space Marines. For more than 10,000 years, these weapons have slain the enemies of humanity. Oh, I won't go through that bit. But here's a different type of bolt weapons that we have in 40k. So we've got standard bolt gun, heavy bolter, a combi bolter, a bolt rifle, a storm bolter, bolt pistols, and assault bolter. So this is good because it's got reference numbers on here, which I'm sure you'll be able to look up and find out more information. It does have some brief descriptions of what they are as well. Okay, so next part, Space Marine Warriors number 4, is all about the Hellblasters. Primaris Hellblasters are chosen from the most accomplished marksmen in each company. Entrusted with rare and powerful plasma incinerators, they provide heavy firepower in support of their battle line and close support battle brothers. So that's good. So more about the Hellblasters. Let them feel the white heat of damnation, says Lieutenant Veraces Menace of the Silver Templars. Okay, so that's interesting, that's good. Next we've got the Space Marine Battles number 9, the Relief of Lycius. At the height of the Plague Wars, the moon of Lycius came under assault from a rogue Death Guard warband. The Ultramarines defending the moon soon found themselves overwhelmed and pinned inside their fortress. Transmitting a last plea for assistance, the brave Ultramarines warriors were prepared to fight to the last. So this was fought on Lycius. The tactical objective is the defence of the Ultramarines fortress. And the Space Marine forces are Ultramarines and Templars. Death Guard is Demon Engines, Plague Marines and tanks. So then we've got more information here about the Relief of Lycius, which is very, very good. And obviously more. So that is the Relief of Lycius. So let's look at the painting guide for this week. And I'm not going to take too long on this because, you know, it could be pretty dull if you're not actually doing the painting yourself at the moment. It starts teaching us about adding some of the finer details to some of our models. So if we look through here, it's things like our librarian's cloak, which is red, which has been painted in our Mephiston red that we've got this week. Some small details on the Reavers, Intercessors and Hellblasters. So things like skulls, the little tags that are on our on the little scrolls. Anyone that's got a red helmet. On the aggressors, there's some red detail. There's a red helmet there, as well as some cables and stuff like that are red. On our Death Guard, there's lots of skulls that we're going to be putting on a base of Raykar flesh. There's red lights on the Blight Hauler. Some of the Plague Marines have got red eyes and that kind of thing. And the Raykar flesh, again, that we're putting our scrolls in that the first time. And some other details. Some of the Death Guard who have got like horns that are coming through their flesh and through their armour and that kind of stuff, they're going to get base coated in Raykar flesh as well. So really, really, really very good. I'm really pleased with what we got on offering for at least this this painting tutorial. I really like it. It's the best one yet because it starts getting into that more finer detailed stuff. Okay, so tutorial mission number 17, which is called Seas. Both the Rockbringer and the Honour of Ultramar are listing heavily, their battered hulls leaking oxygen into the void. Aboard the Honour of Ultramar, the Space Marines scour the ship, attempting to clear the enemy from every corner of their vessel, once and for all. So this uses our old map, and there is a deployment of 3 inches on either side. The setup is roll off to see who places their objective and deploys a unit first. That player also gets first turn. And just other general stuff. So again, we've got all of the different battle rounds in this: move, psychic, shoot, charge, fight, and morale. The setup is that we've got 3 Plague Marines, the Mephitic Blight Hauler, and the Biologus Putrefier, versus 5 Intercessors, the Librarian, and 2 Hellblasters. How to win. For the Death Guard, it's control the Death Guard objective, 1 victory point. Eliminate an enemy unit, which is another victory point. And control the Space Marines objective, which is 2 victory points. Space Marines, exactly the same thing. Obviously the other way against the Death Guard. The game lasts for 5 battle rounds, so that's good. So that's the first tutorial mission, which is Seize. And the second tutorial mission is called Clear. And that is basically, they're going to set up in a slightly different way. So it's corner to corner. So it's 7 inches of each corner, again, of that old map. The setup is Death Guard player deploys all their units first. The Space Marine player gets the first turn. So this is making use of our containers and some of our weapons caches and that kind of stuff. So this is good. There are 2 objectives on here, and they are both for the Death Guard. And again, it's got all it's got all the setup and that kind of thing. To win, the Death Guard must have at least 1 unit still on the table at the end of the game, and the Space Marines must to win, they must eliminate all the Death Guard forces. So this is good, very, very interesting. Okay, next, so we're almost there. Mythic Blight Hauler, their data sheets, which is good. Now, here's what I really like, and it is basically what's going to come up from the next phase of stuff. So after issue number 20, this is what we're going to start looking at. So we got a new playmat, which I've got here, and I'll unfold this in a minute and do a comparison against the old, the first playmat we got. Got a new playmat, new terrain, which we'll be getting in the next few issues as well, and obviously new missions that will be coming out weekly and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to read all of the text for this for you here. Conquest continues. On the smog-shrouded surface of Corvon 2, the forces of the Death Guard assault the planet's few remaining defenders. The invaders have captured many foundries and factories, and the planet is covered in countless horrors. The Ultramarines are en route to break the Death Guard blockade. Battle Brothers board the drop pods and transporters, ready to be launched onto the grimy surface to counterattack the Death Guard ground forces. The men and women of Corvon 2 pray to the Emperor to be saved from the horrors attacking them. The Ultramarines will answer their prayers. Corvon 2 is an industrial world of great value to the Ultramar and the Imperium. So you probably can't see, so I will lift this and try and show you. Now what we've got is the new map is much bigger than the one we got in the first place. There is new terrain on there, such as these spikes, some more terrain elements, some pipes and that kind of stuff. Now some of this stuff can be seen on the little preview that I'm going to show you for issues 21 to 23, but we'll get there in a minute. So our next 2 issues, so we've got something great, something that we've already had. Issue number 19, we get your first Death Guard Lord, detailed guides and new ways to deploy. So we get Lord Felthius, and 3 Blight Lord Terminators. So that's obviously all going to be on one sprue, but that's great. That's really, really good. So the good thing is, get some Terminators on now, and we get a Lord. The bad thing is that in terms of content, I think it's probably going to be the best issue that we get until at least issue number 24, because I know what's coming up in the next few. It's exciting stuff, but I think content-wise, this is the best we're going to get for a little while. Then in issue number 20, we have got a replication again of the container with some barrels and some weapon caches. So although we got that on issue number 18 and I think issue number 13, we're getting it again. What I do believe is I think that will be the last of the containers. So some people might be disappointed in that, because because it's another duplicate. But there you go, it is what it is. So what else have we got in issue number 20? Munitorium armor container, we've got that. The Codex Astartes and setting up terrain. Now, okay, so that's cool. So issue 21, what we've got coming up, again, it's something we've had before. We're going to get another set of Reavers, another 3 Reavers. We're also going to learn about Mortarion. We're going to get into the invasion of Corvon 2. So we've got that. Issue number 22, we're going to get a basing paint. So that's for doing our bases. We're also going to get a basing brush, which is cool. And then issue number 23 is just going to be some assorted smaller terrains. So some of those spikes that we saw on the previous page, and a few of the smaller terrain pieces that we can see on here. So not particularly exciting for the next few weeks, but it will keep us going. And to be fair, I thought that this issue was going to be pretty crappy, and it's turned out actually really exciting. I'm really excited about what's coming up next, and I absolutely love the new map. Now I'm going to try and zoom out so I can show you this new map, because it is, in comparison to the first one, it's a beast. Okay, so those of you who know about what we've had so far, here is our map that we received all the way back in issue number 2. It's pretty small, but it's good. You know, it got us out of a hole, and you know, it's done us thus far. Now, here's the map that we're getting in issue number 18. So it's basically, if I get this right, it's more than double the size of what we had before, because we had our rulers to cut off from the previous issue. So that is one side of the map, and the other side is very similar, except it's obviously post-battle, and it's going to give us some cues where to put some of our terrain, and obviously there's some big artillery fire marks on there as well. So that's issue 18. Again, a lot of people weren't all that up for it, didn't think it was going to be very good. I actually think it was an excellent issue. But there you go. I'll see you next week for issue number 19. See you later.